The drama surrounding Big Meech, his son Lil Meech, and 50 Cent is reaching new heights, and the latest developments are enough to make your head spin. Recently, Big Meech has accused 50 Cent of turning his son, Lil Meech, against him, and the fallout is intensifying. This is not just your average celebrity beef. It's a clash of empires, and everyone is taking sides. Big Meech and Lil Meech are now openly aligning themselves with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, two of 50 Cent's biggest rivals. But things are getting more complicated by the minute, and the stakes are higher than ever before. Let's start by examining the root of this conflict, which started when Big Meech's son, Lil Meech, and 50 Cent began having a very public fallout. For those who've been following the drama, you already know that the relationship between the two has been strained for a while. Things took a sharp turn when Lil Meech was seen linking up with Rick Ross after his release from prison. The timing of it all raised eyebrows, and people began to question whether Lil Meech was starting to distance himself from 50 Cent. It didn't take long before 50 Cent and Big Meech started throwing jabs at each other, with 50 accusing Big Meech of being a bad influence on his son and undermining his career. The accusations from 50 Cent were harsh. He publicly called out Big Meech for his parenting skills, claiming that Meech was a bad influence on Lil Meech, encouraging reckless spending and substance abuse. 50 went as far as to post old footage of Lil Meech with Rick Ross' daughter, claiming that Ross had done nothing for the Flannery family while Big Meech was locked up. 50 even pulled out receipts, highlighting how he had helped the Flannerys financially while Big Meech was behind bars. He claimed that Lil Meech had blown all the money he made from the BMF series on material goods, wasting a fortune on designer clothes and jewelry without saving a dime for the future. For many, 50 Cent's criticism seemed harsh, especially considering how much he had invested in Lil Meech's career. After all, 50 didn't have to help Lil Meech at all. But he did. He put him in acting classes for 2 years, taught him the ropes, and even helped him land a role in the BMF show. This was a big opportunity, but according to 50, Lil Meech blew it, and he was now getting what he deserved. This kind of public betrayal by a close associate is something 50 doesn't take lightly, and as expected, he's retaliated by publicly calling out Lil Meech and his father. But now, things are getting even messier. Big Meech and Lil Meech have doubled down on their loyalty to Rick Ross, and they've made it clear that they no longer have any allegiance to 50 Cent. The father-son duo has reportedly teamed up with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross to produce their own version of the BMF story. This is a bold move considering the legal complications surrounding the rights to the BMF story. Big Meech previously sold his life rights to another individual, Tammy Cowens, who is closely connected to 50 Cent. Cowens helped bring the BMF series to life on the Starz network, and now Big Meech and Lil Meech are trying to create their own version of the story with Ross and Mayweather. However, this move isn't without its complications. Many people are questioning whether Big Meech and Lil Meech have any legal standing to produce their own BMF content. Since Big Meech sold the rights to his story to Cowens, it's unclear how they plan to navigate around that deal. If they intend to create a separate BMF project, they would likely have to buy the rights back or find a completely different direction for the story. This puts them in a tricky situation because the BMF series, as it currently exists, is closely tied to 50 Cent and his production company, G-Unit Films. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the legal aspects, Big Meech and Lil Meech are determined to press forward. They've been seen in public with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross, posting pictures together and sending a clear message that they're aligning themselves with 50 Cent's rivals. They even posted cryptic messages online, hinting that something big is in the works. Lil Meech posted an image of himself with Floyd Mayweather and Big Meech, accompanied by a shushing face emoji, implying that they're cooking up something major behind the scenes. This has sparked intense speculation among fans and industry insiders. Some believe that Big Meech and Lil Meech are simply trying to get back at 50 Cent, while others are convinced that they're genuinely trying to build something bigger with Ross and Mayweather. The fact that they're associating with two of 50 Cent's biggest rivals suggests that this is more than just a business venture. It's personal. The question on everyone's mind is, will this new alliance with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather result in something huge, or will it blow up in their faces? In the midst of all the drama, there are fans who are criticizing Lil Meech's spending habits. Allegedly, he blew through millions of dollars he earned from his role in the BMF series, spending it all on designer clothes, flashy jewelry, and luxury cars. His excessive spending has raised a lot of questions, with some people wondering whether he's financially irresponsible or simply living a lifestyle that doesn't add up. Some of the money that Lil Meech made from BMF was supposed to go toward building his future, but instead, he splurged it all away. This behavior has made some people question whether he truly deserves the opportunities he's been given. On the flip side, there are fans who believe that Lil Meech deserves more credit. After all, he's the son of one of the most notorious figures in the drug game, and he's managed to carve out his own path in Hollywood. Despite the drama with 50 Cent, Lil Meech has managed to make a name for himself and secure a role in the hit series BMF. Many people believe that he's been unfairly criticized by 50 Cent, especially considering the fact that 50 saw potential in him and invested so much time and money into his career. But now, Lil Meech's loyalty to Rick Ross and his ongoing feud with 50 Cent have turned the tables, and it looks like he's ready to go to war with the rapper and producer. As the drama continues to escalate, it's clear that Big Meech and Lil Meech are not backing down. They've made it known that they're siding with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, and they're determined to make a statement. Whether that means creating their own BMF series or finding another way to disrupt 50 Cent's empire, they're ready to make their move. But as this conflict intensifies, it's also important to consider the consequences of their actions. They're aligning themselves with two very powerful individuals, but Ross and Mayweather may not have their best interests at heart. Some reports suggest that Ross and Mayweather may be using Big Meech and Lil Meech to further their own agendas. Both Ross and Mayweather are incredibly competitive and have long-standing feuds with 50 Cent, so it's possible that they're using Big Meech and Lil Meech to get back at 50. However, it's equally possible that they're genuinely interested in working together on a project, in which case Big Meech and Lil Meech may be on the verge of something huge. Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, this is far from over. The question now is, will Big Meech and Lil Meech be able to build something successful with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, or will they be left holding the bag while their rivals take all the glory? Will they be able to repair their relationship with 50 Cent, or is this the final chapter in their complicated history? Fans are eagerly waiting to see how this story unfolds, and it's clear that the drama surrounding Big Meech, Lil Meech, 50 Cent, Rick Ross, and Floyd Mayweather is only going to get bigger from here. So, what do you think? Do you believe that Big Meech and Lil Meech are making a smart business move by teaming up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather? Or is this a recipe for disaster? Will 50 Cent's feud with Big Meech ever come to a resolution? Or are they destined to remain bitter rivals forever? And what's next for Lil Meech? Will he be able to rise above the drama and continue to build his career? Or will this scandal define his future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Sure. Here's a script based on your provided article, written in a simplified and engaging style, ensuring it meets the criteria you've mentioned. The script is designed to be lengthy, aiming for a 20-minute read. Since the request is quite extensive, I'll break it down into manageable sections. Big Meech, Big. The infamous leader of the Black Mafia family, BMF, and his son Lil Meech have been caught up in a messy public feud with 50 Cent. It all started when Lil Meech linked up with Rick Ross after his release from prison, which didn't sit well with 50 Cent. A fallout was inevitable between them, and now Big Meech is furious with 50 Cent for calling him a bad parent and accusing him of being a bad influence on Lil Meech. In retaliation, both Big Meech and Lil Meech have made it clear that their loyalty now lies with Rick Ross, leaving 50 Cent behind. This drama isn't just about personal grudges. It's affecting the future of the BMF show and the relationships in the entertainment world. Big Meech and his son have taken some bold steps, hinting at a new business venture possibly involving Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather in an effort to get back at 50 Cent. However, there's a lot more at play here, and fans are divided on who's in the right and who's in the wrong. As the situation unfolds, there's been a lot of talk about Lil Meech's financial decisions, his relationship with 50 Cent, and the accusations made about his father's parenting. In this script, we will break it all down, taking a closer look at what went wrong, the deeper reasons behind the feud, and the possible future. Moves that could change everything for the Black Mafia family. The tension between 50 Cent and Big Meech escalated when Big Meech and his son, Lil Meech, made the decision to ally themselves with Rick Ross after Meech's release from prison. It wasn't just a casual connection, it was a power move. For 50 Cent, it was a major betrayal. This wasn't just about a friendship, it was a direct shot at everything that 50 Cent had worked for with the BMF series and his connection to Lil Meech. Initially, Lil Meech tried to keep the peace. He reached out to 50 Cent, explaining that his involvement with Ross was purely business. He wanted to smooth things over, but it didn't work. 50 Cent wasn't interested in hearing it. Instead, he took to social media, firing shots at both Big Meech and Lil Meech. He even went so far as to accuse Big Meech of being a bad parent, claiming that he was a bad influence on Lil Meech, promoting reckless spending and even substance abuse. But Big Meech wasn't just going to take these shots lying down, he was angry. He didn't like how 50 Cent was trying to play with his name, particularly with such personal accusations about his parenting. It hit him hard, and now he's out for revenge. Cent didn't hold back when it came to taking shots at Big Meech and his parenting skills. He accused Big Meech of failing his son in the most important ways, pointing out that Lil Meech had been influenced by bad habits, like spending recklessly and even using substances. 50 even went as far as to say that he had done more for the family than Big Meech ever did, particularly while Meech was locked up. One of the key moments in this argument was when 50 Cent shared throwback footage of Lil Meech and Rick Ross' daughter, Toy Roberts, from back when they were involved romantically. 50 Cent used this as a way to make more personal jabs, claiming that Ross hadn't helped the Flannery family during Big Meech's incarceration and that Lil Meech had been left to fend for himself with no guidance. His point was simple. He believed that he was the one who helped the family. He helped make over $5 million for them, and when Big Meech was behind bars, he was the one who stepped up to ensure the family didn't suffer financially. But according to 50 Cent, Lil Meech had squandered it all, spending lavishly on luxury items without any consideration for the future. Initially, Lil Meech tried to salvage his relationship with 50 Cent. He sent a direct message to 50 explaining that his relationship with Rick Ross was purely business. He even made sure to tell 50 that he had no ill will and that his loyalty still lay with him. But 50 wasn't buying it. He responded harshly, telling Lil Meech that he was out of the picture, no longer a part of the BMF series. This wasn't just a business move, it was a public slap in the face. Lil Meech tried to play it cool, but the damage was done. 50's words hit hard, and he didn't hesitate to take personal shots at Lil Meech. He made jokes about Lil Meech's future career, suggesting that he might end up on Love and Hip Hop after losing his spot on BMF. But instead of backing down, Lil Meech doubled down. He took to social media, posting photos of himself with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, making sure that 50 Cent knew exactly where his loyalties now stood. It was a bold move, and it wasn't just about aligning with Ross. It was about making 50 Cent feel the sting of betrayal.